pistol round here, it's going to be G2's pick, Liquid, CT-sided start. And Fallen's got the flashes.
Yeah, early on, G2 going to split things up, right? They have a couple of players down in lower, but they're also flashing to get Hunter out through these long doors. Now, he's already crossed behind Blue. Elige backs all the way up and leaves long side to Grim. On control, kind of hanging in the balance here. You're really hoping that Grim and Elige with this late crossfire can hold on, and that is not the result that you wanted. Hunter in with the double, takes long on the back of these flashbangs. The double setup does not work for Liquid. Fallen all alone back in the A site, gonna have to deliver something spectacular because they're moving in on him and they're coming fast. Think from the short side, 3 bullets left in the gun, and Amanek gonna get rid of him. G2, they find that pistol and they find it dominantly at that.
Yeah, I hope we have G2 in great form, right? Because Liquid are no slouches, almost going 5-0 in the group. Certainly could have if those overtimes via Astralis went the other way. But G2, something, as Nex said, when they're feeling it, when they're on form, we know how good these individuals can be. And another note is G2, they've had plenty of time, right? Liquid just finished Group D. They just got back into the playoffs after a couple of days off. For G2, they've had all the time in the world. So missed smoke on the cross, hits the teammate. Stewie will get tagged as a result. I wonder if this extra bit of practice time, right? This extra bit of room to breathe for G2 to prepare, to watch their opponents, to get ready, will have its effect today. They've started strong. The second round shouldn't be Liquids. We got Deagles in. We know Eliges can be dirty. G2 are taking their time on that long position, just holding off, waiting for Jackson lower to see if he can find anything on the lurk. Smoke start to come down, and Nico, he shows up, big shot onto Elige through the boxes. Naf going to try and check this lower player, but Jax is ready for it. And this one should fall in the favor of G2. Grim, the only man here to make a difference. And the flash is beautiful from Nico. It's going to blind him and leave Stewie nowhere to go.
Yeah, something that is pretty exciting here.
Someone who's excited as you.
Yeah, I am. You know, is with G2 having that extra time, like you talk about, in terms of getting like Nico ready for this role properly, right? If you remember, like when we came into their group, like the announcement had just come out, there he is playing his first game, and it felt like there was a lot to try and adjust to, right? And we saw like map to map, series to series, Nico's AWPing was already growing, like in those few days we got to see him. Now that they have had some time away, I'm really excited to see what they've come up with, because like on day one, Nico was like really only using the AWP and the results were not really there, and then it felt like they kind of fleshed it out a bit with having him kind of hybrid, right? Like playing rifles when you wanted to go fast, playing AWP every now and again if their AWP was causing you problems. It felt like he got more of an identity behind that AWP.
That's a good point, right? And Liquid are no strangers to that exact idea, right, of not necessarily having like a primary AWP, having a dedicated AWPer. They do now in Fallen, but in the past we've seen it flip-flop, thrown around the place. And so, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a banger. Of course, Nico on his playground of Dust2. And right now they're up cat. Bomb's a bit late. G2 making sure those doors are controlled so the bomb can make it. And they'll finally set up for this cat split. We got the long flank. Unfortunately, this has come through too late, right? So if they actually commit to a flank, G2 will already be in the A site, you'd think. Even if they're not, Amanek is remaining composed, and he's keeping it in mind. There's the spot. Amanek, freebies here. He loves a MAC-10, this man. So time to farm some cash. 2 is good, and Nico is here with a pistol to clean up. Only Stewie, and well, he'll get a kill. It's not going to change the round, you would think. The bomb's planted, and G2 are just facing. They're fighting, and they're not giving Liquid any room to breathe. I hope that continues into the gun rounds now, as Liquid have all the money under their belts.
And it's like they say, man, $1 under the belt is worth 2 in the bush. So you've got this AWP on Fallen. Nico just scouting it still. That's pretty ballsy, man. I know Fallen's form has been great. Like we've seen him looking really clean, and so I'm hoping we get that out of him today in this series. Nico taking top mid while the rest of the gang are clearing out these lower tunnels. Back to the kind of, you know, slow mid aggression here from G2. They love a bit of this. They get themselves out into the open. They set up a bit of utility in towards CT.
What's worth noting is G2 have left the bomb outside of tunnels. This is definitely going to be ending B. They don't want Liquid to get that info. Even if Liquid aggress upper B and see these players here, they won't see the bomb. So it's no confirmation to Liquid of what G2 have, you know, in store, what they're planning. And so even though they're going to try and force the AWP off here, should be dropping late B. Can they get Fallen off the angle? That'll do. Jax just shoots him in the face. Through the Molotov, the smoke there is quite the problem. And now G2, this is a perfect round for them, right? They've killed the AWP on A. Liquid is scared of a cat execute. They're going to just drop back into the mid to B. And there's almost nothing Liquid can do here, right? G2 lining up smokes. Nico getting what will either be the CT smoke or a door smoke thrown from this position. There's a CT from Hunter. Nico lobs it. It's the one above the boost on the boxes, and Stewie's got to do it all right now.
Oh, the flash is good though. Naf times it well. Gets them away with the entry. Now they need to hold on to this B site. They're already in through the tunnels on the G2 side, and Naf is flashed in. Stewie good for another, and the AUG on this rotation in middle lays waste to them. Nico's Deagle. Oh, he's aware of the CT player as well. Oh, Nico gets away with some damage, but then he's put in the ground. Team Liquid, they get their first up on the board. That was pretty exciting, man, with the Deags coming in. Yeah. I don't know, it's been a while since we got to see G2, like Nico's Deagle, Nico's AWP, Hunter's AK. Oh, man. Yeah, we've been doing this for a while now, right? It's pretty sick to have it all starting to come full circle again. You know, like you're getting to see the guys from Group A that you forgot that you loved in week one, right? It's pretty exciting.
Still no match for Liquid, though. That's a great call from Liquid to give up the B bomb site, to play to stop the mid to B first, and then go back in for what was essentially a retake, but not really. And that's a lovely bait. I think it was Grim jiggling on the corner. The molly comes down. Nico sits in it, as AWPs often do, hoping they get a kill on a swinging player. And Grim is just sitting there baiting, jiggling, wiggling, showing his fingers. And that's forcing Nico to sit in the fire longer and take more damage for no opening kill. Great start for Liquid. And even though the AWP was there, you know, first lost player last round, where they're already dishing out damage to the opponents. Oh, the molly doesn't bloom. It hits the smoke. G2 going quick.
Yeah, Fallen blinded off the angle, given a chance, and there it is. Striking Jax from the tally. Fallen going back in for even more with these flashbangs. Now decides to sit back longside and just play for the retake. G2 a man down, hoping to get fed by these rotating CT players. Liquid haven't given anything over yet. Waiting for this bomb plant to come in. Now that it's down, they start to aggress up through CT. This is good. They're dodging Amanek. They don't know they're dodging Amanek, but they are. He's waiting aggro at short side. He's not going to get anything from this forward position. The flash out long is good. Lets Nico take this little peek. He's trying desperately to reclaim lost men, but in the blink of an eye, the rest of the team are dead.
Whoa.
And Nexa gone as well. Nothing with the kill, and Liquid, they steal that second round away. They set up to play a retake. Fallen getting that opener. Yeah, he dies after that. But the rest of the gang come in on a perfect timing. You know, no pressure gets to Liquid there. They collapse into the site together. And there's just too many bodies for G2 to deal with.
Yeah, again, nice calling from Liquid, from Fallen as well, right? Getting the pick and just falling off. And, you know, we've seen Fallen have great games all throughout the groups. He had his like first poor performance here at Pro League against VP, and it didn't really matter, right? Like, at least initially he was really slow to start. He still finds ways to assist, right? Not just in the calling, but great utility, setting his team up a lot, playing the hard spots. So yeah, it's really great to see him here. Traded by Nico, or at least, you know, refragged by Nico, but in the blink of an eye, Liquid kill everyone on the retake. And right now, Liquid have played 2 retake setups in this game, right? Over on A, and then that B play where they kill G2 before the door smoke comes down, and they don't even get into the bomb site. So Liquid really just keeping it safe, playing together, playing smart. Fallen back on Cat. There's one flash for Hunter. They might save it for later, though, so Fallen should be given a kill here. Often see run boosts around this corner. Oh, Nexa, absolute dirt.
Yeah, that's the drive-by Deagle. Luckily enough, Elige is here to keep everything in check. He stops them getting in through Catwalk. He denies the B play, or the A play rather, but the B play's coming in from Amanek, and he's hit a timing.
No idea.
Naf doesn't know. Naf might be dead in the window, but no, he's able to readjust, and the B site is now lost as well. The bomb was going back, hoping to get a bomb plant in the empty B side. Nico, at least getting that AWP from Catwalk gives him something in this round, but with 40 seconds and a 2-on-4, G2, they're going to be hard-pressed to find very much.
Yeah, I mean, he could save this, but Nexa's got enough to drop it over. So it's not like that's a requirement. You can afford to give this a go. You can afford to look for kills, but with so little time, Liquid aren't giving you anything. 30 seconds. And that is a shame for G2, right? Amanek really needed something off of that lurk, considering G2 bailed from what was an A play off of the pick to go back into a B site that now is under control of Liquid. Eco posts. Nav sits back safely, waiting for them to commit. He swings and he takes the kill, doubling down potentially. Nav to close the round. Can't get that AWP back out, but it will still be a Liquid one on the board. 3-3. As I said, Nexa has the money, so AWP will be available on that T side. Elige doing the same for Fallen over on Liquid. And we have a game on our hands, Harry. Well and truly.
Yeah, right. Nice. Tied up early. We're getting some good mileage out of guys like Naf as well. I think it's, you know, having like a second piece of the puzzle. You got guys like Elige here who you know is always going to show up in these Liquid games. And it's just identifying that second man. And Naf has frequently been there to step up. I like that he's looking good early. Amanek dead at long to the AWP of Fallen. Man down for G2 again early on. Hoping that this gives them a bit of a timing up through Cat. They just explode through it. The smoke blooms and Jax over the top of it. It's rid us of Fallen. Traded after one. Stewie dead now as well. The A site looking tantalizing. Grim from the pit taps 2 out. And suddenly Liquid are back into this one.
How do they do it? You keep thinking G2 have manhandled their way back into a position and Grim just destroys them. Liquid very split right now. Look at that mini-map. They're so far away. They're gearing up for the retake and they're trying to find those perfect timings to play together. Nico can't see due to the smoke, and that gives Grim a bit of berth to walk up, move in. Flash is good. It forces Nico off. Grim going back for his third, and he's got it as well. Traded eventually, but Grim has done his job, and now Nexa needs to pick up the pieces. Spray is good. Elige on 7. Nexa only double, and it's getting scary. It's getting cautious. Elige up close, and Nexa closes. 3 for him. This is so back and forth. Liquid with the opener. G2 respond. They take the site. Grim out of nowhere. And then G2 close the round. You couldn't guess. You couldn't have any idea as where this one's going. Some great shots out of the G2 guys. Jax on that opener as well. Fallen's been getting domed, man. I think to Nexa taking him down on Cat. Jax there as well, shooting him through the one-way smoke, and good reaction from G2 when Liquid throw a lovely little double molly. Amanek plays in front or behind the first one, and then one comes in deeper, forcing him forward in the long doors. G2 realize, they've got a heavy long setup, and they just escalate the pace up on Catwalk. They just take that A site by storm, and it wins them the round, 4-3. Liquid forced to force, and while they've got the AWP, couple of players are going to be left lacking in this round. G2 have a great opportunity right now to break Liquid's money and run away with their T side.
Oh, Fallen attempting the mid-peak. And once again, good for the opener. Traded immediately after.
Always the way,
that has been Fallen's entire game so far. That Elige AWP now coming in. Finds its way across from the dead body of Fallen.
Oh, no.
The B play coming through, but 2 set up here. Stewie might be blind, might be through a smoke. But he's given them the poke, and now they're both dead. The B play is gone for G2. It's down to Nico and Nexa. Devastated that they tried to accelerate the pace there. They were hoping that, you know, on the back of winning that challenge in mid, that the B side was going to be a little weaker. Well, Liquid, they stacked 2 up towards that side of the map. G2 are now looking for any way back into this round, any kind of opener. Liquid know they win this by just not moving a muscle, by not giving the kills away. Elige, in with the swing, and that is the first kill given over. Now G2 have a chance once again. A 2-on-3, no longer an impossible round. There is this long push from Grim, but it's not as blessed as it might look, right? There's a chance that he misses a timing, that he's never even given a fight. It does at least allow you to play heavy over towards mid, not worrying about the long play, but Cat is still a problem. Like, Cat to A could come in at the perfect timing. Grim is flanking, but as mentioned, he has missed that very important timing on spotting this out. Now, they at least know it's the Cat play. They've got the information. But G2 have got the positioning. Right behind them are Liquid.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's a game of timings. G2, they need to consider it. They need to turn around. They're both looking the wrong way. And Nico should be dead here. There it is, cleaned up by Grim. And so, yeah, it was just a round of timings, a round where you're hoping that you've hit the right timing and that Liquid have missed theirs. And it ends up being Liquid hitting the perfect moment to come in with that cat wrap.
Very scary, right? Like, Grim doesn't want to go early, especially after a Legion, the 4-on-2 peaks for info, tries to get that T-spawn spot, right? CG2 rotating in and out. And if Grim was to push into Nico as well, then that could have really dug a hole there for Liquid. Nice stuff, though. Back in with, a bit of a force up for Liquid. They had the AWP, but not everything they wanted. And now it's going to be G2 who are fully broken. Elite can't see the players out to his right. They've already gotten behind the blue. And Grim has been sent to the dirt. Pistols do find trades, but do they find guns? They're left out in the open. They're scared of an AWP being posted, so Run Boost comes through. Nexa somehow doesn't scavenge a thing. Nico grabs the weapon, and now they're both armed. But are they both dangerous? Because Liquid have them trapped in, like animals in a cage, boxed into the long position with Naf holding the flank. Forces G2 to commit, and they don't even know it either. Going back means a lost round. Going forward means a very difficult round even then.
Yeah, I do like this from Liquid. I think they're playing this 3-on-2 perfectly, right? The cage analogy is a very, very fitting one, and it's a cage that G2 don't know they're in. As mentioned, this leaves you with only one option here, and that's to keep pressing on, to keep going forward into the double setup back in this A site. Naf is the fail-safe, right? If G2 do change their minds, if they do try and go back, he should have the round locked in. And they even spot Nico down in the pit, so they know that it's still this A-long play. G2 taking a lot of time. But this time, Liquid aren't being overzealous. They're not giving you a way back in. You've got to take it off of them. Naf now starting to aggress in these long doors, knows that there's no time to go back to B. And so he can start to pressure the back line here. They hold for the cross. Stewie gets the first. No armor on either of these players. So the aim punch ruins their day. And Liquid take the lead.
Yeah, nice. Letting the AWP play first as well. Stewie re-peeks off the back of the missed shot, so it works perfectly for Liquid. It baits G2 into looking at spawn, and Stewie's up at cat. So 5-4, they deal with the eco. That could have been G2, right? Breaking Liquid's money in the previous round and now running away with the T side on Dust2, but instead it's Liquid in control just for a moment. G2 want to make that moment last a little bit longer, suck the momentum out of it. Pause to do so. Nico back on the AWP. Fallen finding form. And right now the comms look very good for Liquid, so G2's work is cut out for them in this next gun round, a very important one. You know, I almost find it interesting when we talked earlier about this idea of like G2 having more of a break, G2, having this time to prep. Obviously, they didn't know their opponent until Liquid finished their group, but for Liquid, I think if anything, maybe not having a break benefits them. They're on a hot streak. They're on a roll right now. They are running over opponents. They are barely dropping maps. They are storming through series. So keeping that up with only a few days off and not having to have this big break from playing officials like G2 will have had, maybe it could work in their favor.
Yeah, it's always interesting, man. Like, there are always teams who benefit from a break, and then there are some teams that don't, right? And interesting to see which of these two squads kind of fit into. Slow round once again from G2. They love these, right? They're always keen to take it slow in the beginning, working pretty hard to take away key map control. But then it's like once they get that first kill, that's when so often you see them just try to explode, try to run you down. It's all slow, it's all calculated right until it isn't.
Yeah, they want A. Amanek has just left T-Sport. He was holding B. And now look, Liquid, like they have read G2 yet again like a book, pushing double upper, finding that beautiful gap in the map and taking space. Fallen. I mean, getting one here, sure. Getting two, you're asking for a lot to go right. Probably going to be the one and done for Fallen, if that. Nico gets tagged coming up, Cat. Fallen, oh no, he hits a shot. It's not kill. Nade might do it. Next he's got to run, and he's down to 2 himself. Grim in the sight, and it's getting messy. Fallen does find Nexa at long. Meanwhile, bomb dropped Cat side, and Grim is keeping it up with a second kill. Fallen, same story. Hunter loose on the site in a 1-on-4.
Oh, and look at Catwalk, all 3 moving in. Hunter, oh, got to try and do the impossible. Wrestling with Naf, he can't get him down. And so Team Liquid takes 6. Springboard themselves up into the lead here, breaking the money at G2. This is where they can really look to break ahead in this half.
And G2 are wondering, like, how the hell are Liquid triple Cat? They're so fast. We've barely got to the bomb site, and Liquid are already ready for it. Like, Fallen's playing a crazy position for a solo long AWP, but he's probably only expecting 1 player there, right? On a lurk. Liquid knew it was going to be an A split. They knew that B was clear. And how do they keep finding this map control as soon as G2 take their eyes off the prize? More pistols, but with Deagles, anything is possible.
Yeah, Fallen is holding for this little lower tunnels cross. This is a pretty gnarly angle to hold. He's given a chance, but misses the flick back down. Mid control taken for G2. There is this aggression at the long doors. Grim just holding, and he's got this little shadow advantage. So Nexa did go walking in, he would be dead. Jack's going to be the first to fall with this Deeg. And, you know, this is nice for Liquid now, right? Like, it's hard to really get much done with the Deagles on Dust. And so now that you're a man up, you can just sit back, wait for G2 to come to you, right? You've got all this utility, you've got all the firepower. The pressure's not really on. And for Fallen, he's taken this in his stride, really using this time now to build a bit of confidence up. Even sets a Liege up for that double with the flash. And so Liquid move up onto 7. This is them starting to run away with the game. G2 can feel it, or the half, I guess. G2 can feel that. They come back in with another investment. Nico gonna get to bring the AWP back into play.
Yeah, Fallen hit pre-fire here as well, like just fully, through the wall and everything. Even collatting in the first shot. Yeah, you don't want to let Liquid get too confident. That can be scary. G2 take their spawns for a change, and Liquid have 3 here again. Another read going well. A Liege crossing, but he's so blind. He doesn't know they're out and about. They are running wild. Amanek behind enemy lines and taking 2 down with him. He's flashed out. It won't stop him. Fallen gets out alive, but he needs to really put up a fight. He's the only man here. Liquid again crunching upper, coming in on this flank, but G2 just sat back on the long position. We've seen this one before. G2 don't have a problem with waiting. It does mean that their exit is cordoned off, cut out. Stewie has the flank, and if he goes early, then G2 will get rewarded.
Yeah, this is like pretty typical of G2, right? To really grind to a halt. And Liquid are using this to their advantage. Every single time G2 have done exactly this, Liquid respond the same. They push a player up to hold for this wrap back through mid into B. So that's now discounted. Once again, Liquid are double set up in the A site. And over here at long, well, you can just kind of play a bit of a timing game on Stewie 2K.
Stewie,
out they go. Stewie did drop out the server. Yes, that's a bit of a shame. That might force the save out of Liquid. G2 crossing up into the site. Now, Fallen is committed to fighting this. The smokes, the crossroads have faded as well, and the molly's burning Fallen out into the open. Very unfortunate round there for Liquid. Stewie dropping out. That really does suck to see. He had a good little position at long. I think Liquid kind of threw the towel in once that happened. Yeah, they both started trying to get out of there.
What can you do, man?
Yeah, that's a little rough. G2 get themselves 5. Now we just need to get Stewie back in the server.
Yeah, PC just crashing apparently. Fallen put it in the chat. So that is a real shame. That's not what you wanted out of, already it looked like a good round for G2. Like they probably would have had it anyway, but, losing, one of your 3 players in that round basically makes it impossible for Liquid. Stewie can't find that flank timing, and G2 just take the site by killing 1 man. So, yeah, maybe a bit of an asterisk on the round, but still one that we give the way of G2. Up to 5 now. Slow and steady. Liquid still have money to fall back on, but G2 Gotta be happy they got that gifted at least.
We got our music though, we got our song. They tried to get rid of it. I told them no. The song's staying.
Yeah.
They didn't actually try and get rid of it. They wanted to play it even more, just over every round. And I said, well, I love the idea. But Hugo shot it down. So Hugo, I've heard rumors, 10,000 followers on Twitter, you're shaving all your hair off, so then you can look like me and Moses and Bok and all the Tombies.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about rumors, Harry. They're not always true. Sometimes they're just, you know, formed out of tweets.
This one is true.
Sometimes they're just formed out of tweets that are put out in 2 of the morning.
So if Hugo hits 10,000, he's shaving his hair off.
Now,
and that you can make that happen. 1,000 people isn't that many people. If I had to guess, there's more than 1,000 of us here right now.
I'm looking around. I only see me and you, man.
It is actually just us, yeah. No one else can even hear us right now. We're just waiting for Stewie.
Yeah, it's an idea. You know, I'm going to ride the follower train. I woke up with 150 new ones today. So I'll ride
150 big ones for
big
Mr.
ones.
Byron.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'll ride the follower train up until it gets a bit dangerous, and then I'll renounce.
Just shave. It's just hair. Just grows back.
15K though. Oh, that's 15K. That's when I'm going fully bald.
Fully, like shiny.
Shiny, yeah.
Nice and shiny.
I mean, we did need another bald fraud here in Esports.
Yeah, a couple more bald frauds. You know? I am a bald fraud.
You know, we didn't have you on camera earlier, but you are bald right now. You did shave your hair last night on a whim. Last time we did that, or we did that. You did that. We were about to go to Russia.
Oh yeah, I remember. It
was the night before, and you kept telling me on the days leading up, Hugo, I'm going to go to get a haircut. My hair's out of control. And the night before, you know, it's like maybe 11 p.m.
No, it was there like 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning. I was like leaving for my flight in like 2 hours.
Yeah, and you realized you hadn't cut your hair, and you didn't really want to tangle with a Russian barber, and so you just shaved it all off.
Well, no, I actually tried to cut my own hair, but like I messed up doing the sides, and I had like a stripe would be the best way I could do, like a stripe going through.
So the only way to recover
was just to shave it all off.
Fantastic.
And since then, I've been a proud bald mum.
Bald mum.
I did say the wrong word, meant mad.
Well,
proud bald mum.
At least we know what's in
PBM.
Yeah.
Any PBMs in chat?
Mums and mans, welcome. Hairy or hairless?
Hugo, I think you and Naf look very similar.
Okay.
And I think he would suit being bald too.
Are you trying to push?
I think
this?
You should both shave it off. I think, okay, look at Moses. You've seen how dynamic that guy looks. You've seen how much walking around he does, how many steps he gets
Streamlined,
in.
Man.
Right? And that's because he's aerodynamic and he just glides right through the air and he's able. And now he's coaching Team Liquid, who right now are beating G2. So doing better than all of us, isn't he? Right? Hey. So look at this. You got the AWP in Nico's hands. He's back with a mid peak. Stewie's back in the server. Woo. Welcome, Stewie 2K. Nico fighting the Overwatch in middle while the rest of G2 take lower tunnels. Unleash. Waiting patiently for anyone to go creeping through these mid doors. It's another slow classic round out of G2. Back in with this mid control again, trying to take it away early. Nico still sat in T-spawn. This is called pulling a Jabe right now.
Exec out middle though. Molly, re-molly. Jax, he goes right back. He doesn't want to commit and be left in a one-on-one with no trade potential. G2 dodge death, but with that corner smoke, Liquid got to be careful. They don't know what's happening. They don't know whether G2 are out. And right now they're grouping up, taking the catwalk yet again. Only a 2-man A setup, right? Liquid expecting a B crunch in this round. That's fine. You know, they're not looking like they're going to be pushing up or anytime soon. So this is a great round for G2 to get into the site and establish post plants. Can Fallen stop them? He certainly can. He started it off. Jack's dead. Grim dealing with a long luck. There's 2 of them though. And Amanek trades, leaving Fallen on a timing. He's about to get split and he knew he had to go. Amanek was just about to be there to get that kill instead. So Fallen falls to the hands of Nico, and now the retake is on.
Yeah, 2 from Catwalk, and Nico posted on it with this AWP. There's the opener, and that might just force it. Well, could force a save out. Stewie's going to instead swing wide and rid us of Nico, leaving it all on Hunter, who's also a ramp, and him with the swing. The dink is in, but it's not the killing blow. The AWP saved forward, and G2 up to 6.
Oh my, every round just comes down to the wire, doesn't it? It comes down to the dink, the 10 HP player clutching it out. Hunter, full of those clutches right now, looking great. Even if G2, you know, these are scrappy, they're really having to fight for them, but they're making the most. And now they've broken the money right at the end of the half. Stewie got to be stressed after that one, right? Did obliterate Nico, but couldn't close the round. And that's coming right off of a PC crash as well. Got to keep his head in the game. Right now, Naf, corner to B, caught in the tunnels, barrage of utility. G2, they won't execute off the back of that. They've made that mistake before. It does help that the bomb is nowhere near. Elite pushing top mid like it's a pistol round. And, well, he certainly started well, taking out Nexa. They won't let him retreat, though. Hunter here to finish the job, and Fallen gone as well. It's a crunch into mid. Liquid gets spat out. It's just Stewie now, Deagle in hand. Even a couple of kills here can make a world of difference to that economy, but oh, it's not looking good. He's getting hounded. Hunter dead, nice shot. But they're in B, they're in A, they're in mid. Nowhere is free, nowhere is safe. But that does give you the one-on-ones that you so desire in this situation. Stewie looking for a second. Jackson, a lovely off angle though. And the bomb actually was going in. It's double back, it's committed towards Nico, and Jax has the kill. So G2 deal with the pistols. It got a bit scary, but nothing out of the ordinary. So 7-7, and a pause before we get into the culmination of this half.
What's gone wrong now, Hugo? What have they done?
Bit of loss.
Loss, I will try VPN. Well, Hunter attempting everything he can to lower that ping.
The things we do, man, for...
The things we do for ping. Well, guys, I know this is really why y'all tune in, to have these little chats with us. How you all doing? It's a Friday evening right now, I think. Yeah. Friday? Yeah. Big Friday fans.
Good Friday.
Is it Good Friday?
It's a great Friday, Aaron.
It is a great Good Friday. Friday evening to all of you. What you having for dinner? What you having on your dinner? What sauces? What kind of, you know, what's cooking right now? Something smells good. Damn, what's in the oven? Let us know. Hashtag ESL Pro League. Inform the masses as to what you're doing and who you're doing it with. Now, we're at 7-7. We're on a little pausey and everyone's having a good time. We're putting our camera back on. We've just been... So that means you're going to get to see our faces. I'm very sorry.
That might mean we're in here for the long haul, Harry. Just waiting for G2 to get ready. But look, here's the grand reveal. How you feeling? Very streamlined.
I feel more streamlined than ever right now. Look, I've called it my Moses cosplay. That's what I've dubbed this, right? I think it's a good look. Like, so I'm going to get real close in right now. You see that? Like, there's a nice little bit of bold up there. It's a very bold move, if I dare say so myself, Hugo.
Wow, that's,
I noticed you're growing your facial hair out.
I'm not. I shaved today, actually.
Oh, did you? You did a terrible job, man.
Don't worry. I'm sure I'll be waking up with you with a pair of clippers above my head in a few days, but try not.
Yeah, man. Well, Hugo, how are you doing? I'm glad that we're on camera. Makes this all a lot more personal, and that's really the vibe that we were going for here at the Pro League. So as I was saying, something smells good in your oven, and yeah, like what is it?
Nothing, Harry. Nothing at all. But we are cooking up a storm of a series. G2 Liquid, hopefully just going to be coming back in. CS has crashed for Hunter. So, you know, at least it wasn't during a round, Harry.
Why are we on this?
Right,
hang on a second. So let's try and figure this out, Hunter. What's wrong, bud? We gotta restart him. We got the VPN on. He's doing everything right, but sometimes CS is just a little bit finicky. So we're waiting for him. I don't really know what to say, Hugo. The added pressure of a camera is really doing a lot for me right now. No, man, just being like up here, like, woo, hello.
Well, don't worry, it's done, Harry. It's Dust2. It's Dust2 as we finally finish the half.
That was cool.
Yeah, we got some auto snipers in play. Any auto fans in the house? Any Daks, Doom Hammers, whatever you want to call them. They're here and they're ready to clear out this mid-cross, spamming and getting nothing done. Oh well, not the end of the world. Heavy long setup for Liquid here. They put 4 on that A side. Dangerous decision. Naf is alone on B. Liquid don't have a utility either. So retaking is going to be very difficult. Naf tucked in. G2 back to a default coming out from lower. They're still holding on to the bomb in tons. So this could end B. We'll see how things go. Might try and get the AWP off what would or should be a cat angle right now. Nico's covering the cross. He's been very good at getting these mid picks in the mid round, catching rotations off of B, trading Fallen when he has gone for those peaks. And so Fallen falling back into a safer position in this round. Up on Cat, and G2, as said, looking to get him off it before they go anywhere.
Oh, Fallen holding the tightest of angles. Let's get one shot off, but it's missed. G2, they've taken cat control. This round, trying to decide who wins out this first half of play. Grim knows that to win a first half, big plays must be made. And so he has pushed into the long doors. He's going to try and hit this timing again on the wrap round in through cat. Now this leaves just two back in this A bomb site. Stuart 2K being one of them. And he's tucked himself in. He's shrunk to the size of a small man. And there he is with the peak. Fallen, there's another on this AWP, taking a player out of the round for G2 and setting up Liquid nicely in this retake. Elige pushing up through the CT smoke, is now at ramp, now ready to try and take the A site away. Flash is starting to go over. Nexa peeking out. Amanek dead in middle. And Nexa and Nico have got to hold on, but between the two of them, they've made it look doable. They made it feel doable. Nico down in the CT, missed shots either way. Fallen picks it up, and so Nexa, the only man left standing, also deleted. Team Liquid come in with the defuse. They make the retake happen, and they move on to 8 rounds. It's neck and neck at the end of this first half. It's as close as we can possibly get it. Team Liquid versus G2. It's set to continue in just a minute. You don't want to miss it.
First thing you notice, you feel a bit excited. You see a purple butterfly is flying by. I got a feeling that it's just begun.
Team Liquid, they're loving life right now here on Dust2. It may be G2's map pick, but it's going to be the North Americans holding the lead only by one. Bit of Brazil in there as well. Keep it in mind. Put some respect on the name. Fallen, top of the server. May have started really poorly, like not even due to him either, getting one deked up cap by Nexa, getting deleted through smokes by Jax.
Yeah.
Fallen's back, baby.
It's weird though, like you said, like started poorly.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like a pause. It was just like traded after every single opener, right?
Not what you want.
And he was still getting the opening kills. Jax flashed out into long to try and come in. It's actually Nico to steal it away, and Jax dies to the Glocks. G2 going to fall on back and maybe look to boost Nico back in towards the A side. Now, while this is happening, there's a lot of moving parts in this Counter-Strike game. While this is happening, Hunter, if you look at that number 6 on the minimap, he's going all the way through T-spawn. He's coming in on a little lurk, isn't he? And this is getting you a lot of information if you're G2. You're now keeping all these bodies in the A bomb site because Hunter's like, well, guys, they're not in T-spawn. They're not in tunnels. So it's going to be this A commitment. And that is the call from Team Liquid. G2 have got nearly everyone in the right place at the right time. But is that going to be enough? Amanek in with the first, dropping the bomb. Stewie trades it out. And it's a 3-on-3. They've read the rap from Hunter. And so that is cancelled out of the round, never even gets to play into it outside of getting that information. For Nexa and Nico, a 2-on-3, and while they do have a kit, these kills are not going to come freely from Team Liquid.
Yeah, they're tucked in behind the boxes, deep down in the goose, and Naf has range as well with his pistol at long. Nico's trying to close it. Fallen giving him a wiggle. Double peek. Nico reads it. He does back up well, but he can't get the headshot. Nexa trying to deal with Naf. Back to the smoke. Dissipating, disappearing, and jump shotting into Fallen. Still, surely not G2's as Nico takes another. Nexa has the kit. He needs to get out of dodge, and they swap sides as Nico drops in for the kill. That is despicable. That should never be around for G2, but they steal it away with the defuse. Some banging shots. The jumping Kukli kill from Nexa. And Nico, I love the swap as well, right? With Naf should have Nexa locked in spawn. He's the guy with the kit, not that Naf knows that. And Nico drops in to trade positions just to provide that cover. Naf can't, get Nexa off the bomb without killing Nico first, and he's just dispatched from the round with ease. And that looked like a Liquid round, Harry. But not today.
Yeah, it should have been as well, right? Liquid are probably feeling that themselves. I doubt they were ready for G2 to come out of nowhere and win that 2-on-3. They decide to force buy here, and they accompany it with a tactical pause. This is where Moses is going to really be, he's doing his best walking up and down, chatting to the troops, getting everyone ready, making sure you're on the same page heading into this force buy. Because you've now put a lot of faith in this, right? You've put all your money on the table. You've come in with an AK and a Galil. There should be another weapon dropped into play.
Dropped,
yeah, Stewie's grabbing that.
Yeah, Grim's giving it over, so he should be degging. An 8-8. Liquid not happy with how it went. They want to turn it on its head early and head towards B while doing so. Naf is outside along. The corner smoke comes in, but Jax isn't scared. They're going to flash through. Big play for G2 to make it dangerous, but it does net them a lot of information. Liquid are not out long, not yet. Okay, Nico. That's a dirty scout shot, taking a lead. Fallen dodges the flash, but Nico, he wants a little bit more where that came from. Fighting for a second, his teammate cleared out of the corner. Nico gets a tag off Stewie. Oh, ducked and tucked, trying not to get wallbanged. He gets out of there alive. Might even want to consider giving Grim the gun. Not that it would make much difference at this point. Nico, oh, don't do it to him, man. They have families. Stewie keeps his distance. And Liquid's still a winnable round here, but trapped out in mid, locked into what has to really be a B play with the limited utility. 2 smokes and a flash. You can already see Nico reading it, moving over to that B side to help. Amanek's inside. Nexa has a kit as well, so retake can happen, but do they want to let it get that far? That's big information, and Amanek just tapping his smoke, takes down 2. Nico providing cover. They push before the door smokes bloom, and it's going to be a big problem for Liquid as G2 maul them at the gates. That's something that G2 are doing T-side as well. And the couple of B plays they went for, right? Obviously, throwing the door smoke telegraphs your play, and so that's why you're going early. But the danger is that door player, that mid player is just going to rotate in and kill you with the reverse doors. So it doesn't really work well right? It's a lose-lose. Either you telegraph the play or you get double peaked. You've got to pick your poison there. Ultimately, it's still poison.
Oh, nades into top mid. SMGs doing damage. And what should be a nice clean round for G2. Not really much of a hope that this P250 gets away with much. And there's Amanek playing dodgeball with Naf. Putting G2 up to 10. Now we've got the investment coming in for the side of Team Liquid. Orb going to get thrown over to Fallen. Rifles out for the rest of the gang. Attempt at the bonus round here for G2. Now, they've already got lots of money. If they get this next round after running bonus, right, you know, you're already feeling pretty good because you get that force buy in the second out of Liquid. So the buy's already delayed in that sense. You know, you get to make a lot of money here. And money really can make the difference on this CT side. If G2 win this bonus round, you're in a world of hurt if you're Liquid. You're in a really rough spot.
Yeah, 20k left over in the pockets of G2 already. Definitely feels good. Can they make it more? Fallen just dodging flashes in middle. G2 throwing all their grenades in, but get nothing from it. No early damage. Liquid is set up outside of B yet again, but that B player is leaving to go back towards the long position. Elige dropping the hinge smoke to get up catwalk. Where's the orb, they wonder? Well, no surprise, up in the A site, Cat's side, and looking for kills. Nico obliterated, it's Elige with the opener. Stewie's running amok as well, he's right ahead of the action, and Jax is there to stop him. Elige, oh, he backs out, his teammates aren't even out long, he doesn't want to commit into what could leave Liquid a man down, so he holds on. Nades lined up as well. Elige could be in a world of hurt, down to 20, and they're re-aggressing, they're trying to take him out of the round.
Oh yeah, he's not ready for that. Elige gonna be sorry he missed Jackson there. Nexa crossing over towards Gandalf and just tucking himself in with the orb. Falling while he does get one. The Molly's gonna force the peek out of Nexa, but they all swing it together. They fight as 3 and now down to 2 on both sides of the coin. The bomb dropped in the middle of the site. Jack's still alive and Hunter wrapping all the way round through long. They're playing for this retake now. They're willing to concede the bomb plant. Set up for the 2v2 with the orb still in play for Fallen. He might prove to be a big player here. They last saw both players at short side. Well, now Hunter has made his presence known. That orb is trying to find one of these 2 kills, and there it is. Fallen going to deal with Jax, leaves it all on Hunter. Not a nice spot to be in, and Fallen bids them farewell. 9 on the board for Liquid. They get that first up nice and early. They put a stop to the bonus round from G2. The reinvestment's still coming in. This game has still got legs on it yet.
Big Daddy Fallen still competing for the top of the scoreboard. It's him v Nico right now, 16 and 17 apiece each. Yeah, great round out of Fallen. 3 frags off the AWP. It's what you love to see for Liquid. Very scary situation, but Hunter with a missed shot on his perfect timed flank. Liquid weren't considering it, but he didn't get the headshot. And then Liquid are able to pick their battles, choose their targets, and remain above water. You mentioned how important that round was, right? Money, you know, alone for G2. It's not like they're going to be in troubled water yet, but they would have loved to keep building. Instead, Liquid are fighting back with a Mac of their own. And what's G2's call here? Where do they want to put their players out of the gate? Liquid, they have a long spawn on Fallen with that orb. Certainly going to look to use it. Try and get that early pickup. Will G2 have numbers there? If they don't, it could fall immediately and give Liquid a lot of real estate. So cat boost coming through for G2, and no one here to stop Fallen. Won't get much from this other than the info that long is free. So we get out behind the boxes. Liquid still set up on their default. We saw a lot of aggressive CT setups for Liquid in the first half where they would push tunnels and find those perfect timings. I wonder if G2 will do anything similar. They're already looking to, in fact, 2 players in the tunnels, double cat setup as well. And look at the real estate, look at the info that G2 have got, but it's so early in the round, Liquid is still defaulting. Grim's going to hear these feet hittering and pattering, and Hunter takes him down. A player made it to spawn. I think Grim knew about that as well, so that's information here for Liquid to go back and deal with the flank.
Yeah, this is still like, this is still well played out of Amanek, right? He gets that information, and now not fighting this is the best thing he can do. He doesn't even float around in T-spawn to like give up a potential kill. Instead, he goes, well, they're either going to waste a lot of time trying to clear me out, or they're just going to go back to this A play. And so right now, G2 are pretty content with this stack over towards the A site. Don't know how that misses for Nico. It looked dead on. Now they're up into the site after that first shot goes awry. Hiding in the smoke, waiting is Nexa. While the nades are still raining in, while the attention is still pulled out of this site, Nexa is getting discounted more and more by the second. Oh, spam. They tag him once. They tag him. He's out now fighting alongside them, and Naf is ready for it. It's just Amanek and Hunter, 2 on 3. Both up through the CT side, running into a Liege. Not where you want to find yourself. Amanek tasked with a pretty rough 1v2, knows that the AWP is waiting at the back of the site, tries to swing him, but Stewie's there to offer up assistance.
How did Liquid do it? Again, like, that was just a beautiful round. You'd think that Nexa is going to be discounted just considering how many players of G2 are facing, right? The call often there is like, don't peek, I'm in a great spot, wait for me, play off of me. But Nexa's not saying that, or he's telling his team to fight, and they are. Nico gets spammed out of Gandalf, and Jax aggresses on Catwalk. All of that should be enough reason for Liquid to discount Nexa, and it's not. They spam him, they hear the tags in the smoke, and at that point, everyone's looking at it. Everyone's got their eyes on him. Liquid yoink around right back, and now the money under attack for G2. This 20 grand, this big bank they once had, gone with the wind. And the lead at that as well. 10-10 and full pistols, USPs. For G2, Liquid sending Stewie out. He wants to try and get this info, figure out where G2 are leading. It's a full B stack with a mid to B crossfire as well. So planning for one thing and one thing only, and that is success. And they certainly could get rewarded, but winning this round would be a tough ask. It's patient for Liquid. They have everything, right? Cat's theirs, long push denied, and Stewie out mid as well, yet to see anyone. Liquid are hoping the utility is going to draw G2 out, but in fact, it looks like Liquid are walking into the stack itself.
Oh, no. It should still be fine, right? It should still be okay.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe it will be. But maybe also it won't. And those are the two options. And in middle... Oh, it's all fine. Everything's fine, and it's all okay for Team Liquid as they get this one put to rest nice and everything is fine. Not a worry in the world. Oh, there it is. Liquid up onto 11.
Man, Liquid is spamming every smoke that G2 throw down now. Every smoke that they see, rather, as G2 just hide inside of them. Naf,
this was lovely. Look,
this is nasty.
This little turn, this is sloth-like reflexes. Like, ooh, thinking, how do you see that? Well, that's because for Naf, seconds move slower than what they move like for the rest of us.
Yeah. Time dilation, Harry.
Time dilation. I'm dilated right now. Hang on, wait. That's a pregnancy term, I think.
I don't know. Right now, Liquid are dialed in. Nico looking for a cat pick. Up from cat, obviously, that's where it is. But nade lower and he'll get out of there alive. Fallen will live to tell the tale, albeit a little bit lower than how he started the round. G2 still won't send this orb too far back. Nico hangs around the A site. There's two of them. Amanek, great with the AWP as well, right? Like even back when Kenny was in this team, Amanek would take this from time to time, show us a lot of value with it. And double AWP CT Dust2, bread and butter. Should be together. Nico lining up a flash for Jax. Call is made, flash pops, and they dodged it. Jax, oh, does he not drop off? He's really going for it. Finally, we'll reconsider as this is the first fight of the round, not one to give over. And Nico, he might take it away instead. Still dangerous position. You get flashed off here, you're almost certainly a dead man. You just got to drop and hope for the best. But ooh, here comes the smoke. Nico catches Stewie setting up, and now they drop back into the mid to be. Amanek sees the barrel. He knows they're coming, but he can't hit the shot. And Naf takes him down. Hunter with a lineup, and they're jumping around corners. Liquid, the humanity, Fallen, finding frags left and right, and he's even going to close around with a third.
Well, Fallen's on one. 12-10, and Fallen making it all look doable. I think if there was one thing everyone expected, it was that Fallen was going to join this Liquid team and have some of his best form in any recent memory. Okay. It's just unreal. G2 calling in a little pause, trying to figure out how on earth do we stop this getting out of control? Because it is getting out of control. Right, you're staring down the barrel of an eco. You're looking at giving 13 over to Team Liquid and then getting a buy, right? And then that really does leave you with that one little investment, you know, that one buy round's worth of buffer to try and put a stop to this comeback. So the pressure is really mounting, and it's mounting fast for G2. Look at how happy Fallen is in that picture as
Big
well.
Smile.
Every time I see it, I'm like, man, there he is. Look at how happy that guy is.
He's a Liquid, Jess.
Yeah, he does. It looks good on him.
Yeah.
Fallen looks good in blue. He's just so handsome. I can't take my eyes off of him.
Well,
good thing they took him off of me.
security were called.
Get him out of here.
Bodyguards inbound.
Is this the music the bodyguards are coming into? They're like very chill bodyguards.
Yeah, slow motion walking.
Sorry, mate. If it's all right with you, and hopefully it is, could you please go away, Mr. Fallen?
And so we shall. We'll go right back in. Don't worry. You're not going to be left long. I mean, yeah, just Fallen's crazy. Liquid jumping around mid to be, and they're going wild. I love what I'm getting out of Liquid right now. G2 clinging onto this map. Flash at long, goes high. Elysia's up and past it, but it will still blind him. He still gets a double. Does not matter, not for a moment. Naf sees the fourth. I'm probably expecting the fifth, but Hunter a long way away. This one as easy as it can be for Liquid, with the Liege doubling up. And Liege, like, he's been, you know, numbers alone, he's been fairly quiet in this game, but it has not been a problem in the slightest. And that's actually a great sign for Liquid, when Liege has had some unbelievable performances in the group stages of Pro League so far. So him going quiet, and I say that very loosely, is you know, picked up by the rest of his team. Liquid made a lot of progress in a short space of time. Right now, progressing to a 13th round with nothing that G2 can do or say about it. Nico is hoping to find a gun anywhere, hoping to find an exit kill. Hunter, same story. He's at least got armor to save. Nico has nothing right now. That AK's at long, but they're not going to be leaving it alone. So Nico's got to fight for it if he wants anything out of this round. At this point, he's too far away. 13 to Liquid, 10 to G2, and the buy round that decides it all up next.
Oh, this is it. This is really where things get tricky. Oh my lord. Rightio. So we've got this we've got the AWP on Nico. I really want to see him just go balls to the wall, right, and just start because, like, he's top in the charts. He's having a good game as Nico.
Yeah.
So if we can just throw him at the problem, see if he can take something away, that might be beautiful. He does have a good spawn as well for long or for a cat boost. And so it looks like he's going to get thrown up onto the catwalk with this AWP. Leaning towards this side of the map early. Tags a Liege in the lower tunnels. I think that was on a jump peak for info. That's a nice little tag to get out of him there. Ooh. Bringing a Liege down low, and this time a much more active stance to this mid defense.
You can tell the call has been made that Nico got a tag, because mollies, nades, they're all flying over the top of the doors. G2 trying to finish that kill while they've got it. A Liege could go anywhere. Oh, very close for Nico again. Well, Harry, you wanted it and you're getting it. He's throwing himself into the fray. Double mid setup. Stewie again. He clears out Hunter from that corner. He's been so good at doing it. Oh, Jax fighting on the smoke. Grim doesn't realize till it's already too late. Flashed out Jax for the third. And while he'll get traded, it comes at a cost for Liquid. Heavy price to pay. Naf picks up the AWP and Elige is so low. He's going to go on a recovery mission. Retrieves the bomb, but look at Nexa right behind, up in T-spawn. In the back of your mind, and he takes down Liege. Naf in a clutch, a 1-on-3.
Yeah, we wanted a little more aggression, and I tell you what, it wasn't Nico to give it to us, it was Jax, but hell of a round to get aggressive. And then this wrap from Nexa as well, just to really drive it home for G2, or at least that's what they're hoping. Naf's still alive in the 1v3. Could stand to give it a go. With no T-spawn control, he's very, very nervous about getting wrapped onto. And he's probably imagining that G2 have a good understanding of, you know, like what position he's got on the map because of all the room they've got. So he's very anxious as he makes his way into this B site. Holding with an AWP on the cross is Nico, and waiting in the window is Amanek. Af drops the smoke, but is dead to that AWP that's waiting in CT spawn. Look at the pile of bodies from Jax in middle. Absolutely shutting down the attempt at the mid plate.
Yeah. Grim almost checked this as well, right? Like sometimes that gap is not there. It depends on the lineup that you're throwing. Like, you know, CTs won't want to go through that because it's so predictable and you're just going to get spammed. But someone had to make a play, and Jax takes it upon himself, and he does exactly that. Great stuff. Even after they clear out the mid player, right? Stewie gets that kill on Hunter. Could have gone wild with that. Liquid could have run that fast mid to B that they've gone back to time and time again. Denied in this one. And like you said, the wrap as well is a perfect timing. A dangerous move to make, but the call was there from G2. They saw numbers in middle, they knew what to expect, and they've survived the storm. They've kept themselves in this map. Such a huge round of win. 13-11. And they've got to keep it going. They can't take one and done. Liquid aren't going to stop. Why would you?
See, Naf's trying to do a glaive there, fighting mid with the AK.
That tap through the doors.
Glaive on Dust2 is just something else, man. It's gross. Look at this, right? Little double long stack early. Oh, fallen. Holding that tiny little pixel gap. The molly forcing the position out of Jax and into the eyes of that AWP. And now the B crunch is in for Liquid. The timing on this is good. The player that was in B went to go watch middle. That's Hunter, right? While his attention's pulled away, they accelerate the pace into that B bomb site. Stewie still waiting to catch rotations as well. And he has slipped the net for the time being. Dodging capture down here in the bottom of mid. If he gets rid of Nexa, this round should be a lock-in for Liquid. Stewie knows that this one kill could matter so much, but he's given it away. And with it given over a 3-on-3. Now, a lot of time has already ticked off this bomb. And G2, they didn't look very committed at first, but has that interested them? Has that one kill tipped the scales enough for them to want to go for this at the final few seconds? The utility goes in. It doesn't force a peek. Nothing's been given over. And Grim deletes the first player in through the window. It will just be this save for Nexa. They lose 2, throwing them in through the window. And Team Liquid get up onto 14. Looking to run away with this one.
Oh, yeah, the bomb blew the orb to Nexus, so he did grab that at the last second, but Liquid, they were more than in control of that round at all times. Yes, I think Stewie thinks that they're already saving, right? He's jumping up Cat to chase Nexus, who is running to check for like that Apex move where you come in on Cat on a lurk and you drop into CT and kill those retaking players. Like Apex and Vitality does that a lot. But denied. Even so, good combo in mid with a molly and falling on that tight angle again, giving us opening kills for Liquid. Back to T-Spawn, holding for the cross. Nico boosted up on Cat, waiting for the time to strike, and it is now. Stewie gone. Amanek at long in the meantime, so double AWP on A means Nico can float mid, and he's more than used to this back on phase as well. So posted in CT, knowing that Liquid could have this control and not wanting to give away another kill. Jax boosted up, not going to be able to do much now because Liquid are going back to tunnels. Elige is on the lurk on his own and needs to remain aware of every position, but he has a Molotov to get Jax off this box. Meanwhile, Liquid are grouping up against Hunter.
Hunter needs like a 1-for-1 here. If this falls into a 4-on-4, it's very, very sketchy for G2. You might even feel the pressure to save, so you need Hunter to keep this in your favor. And with him dying right away, Elige is now able to pounce down here in mid. Leaving it with 3 alive for G2 and Elige not sticking around to fight out in middle is huge. Them not being able to recollect that lost man, to put it back into a 3-on-3, exactly like they did when Stewie was in that position, means that G2 are just saving off of the numbers alone. And so Liquid move up onto 15. Yeah, G2 get to keep this double AWP set up, the FAMAS as well on Nexa. But is that going to be enough up against map point for Team Liquid?
Yeah, Liquid have really found the solution. That one weird mid to B round where Jax is playing the smoke and kills everyone doesn't deter Liquid. They came in with a game plan and they were exploiting it very well. This mid to B is looking hard to deal with. And as you said, a very important detail that Elijah escapes there after one, right? He doesn't hang around. He doesn't get caught. He doesn't give G2 the means to an end on that retake. And as well, you know, double ult for G2 was probably never going to happen anyway. They'd already seen what had happened when they risked going for it in the round prior, so didn't want to dig that grave any deeper. Jax hitting his scroll wheel, perhaps not what you wanted. That was the end of the round, that kill. Any hope out the window. And right now, Liquid just one away from stealing G2's map pick. With Vertigo up next as well, that's a terrifying prospect. That's even got the A1S, mate.
Look at this, right? A 4-man A stack for Team Liquid. Or for G2, sorry.
Yes. Not for long.
It's the damn blues, man. I'm always used to Liquid being the blues. Look at this, out into middle of Liege creeping. Now back out of that smoke, decides, nah, I don't want to go through that. Hunter on the other side, gonna rotate back towards B. So that 4-man stack was at A for a moment, making sure that Liquid didn't try to explode out those long doors. And that doesn't happen. They're quick to dismantle it, go back into something a little more standard. Now Lax on the mid control again, RG2. Nico is waiting in the AWP drop down spot. This Molly should force the reposition out of him, and it will. So they've dealt with the AWP, they've got it off the angle and forced the reposition out of Nico. Now even deeper back into this A site. He's undeterred by that. He's getting aggressive again. The Molly might have cancelled him off the angle. He's hoping that Liquid, as a result, are not ready for this wider angle that he's holding, but Fallen, waiting patiently for it, is delivered that opener. And now Team Liquid, they try to go. They try to pick up the pace. Jax is the only man that can stop it, and he burns out to Stewie's Molotov. G2 a man down in the retake once again, but this one matters. It's the game on the line, the map on the line. And Fallen with the bomb now planted. Liquid just have to wait.
Oh, the double nade put him low, but it won't finish it. And Hunter can't find that headshot angle. They double peek, and Naf falls, but so does Hunter. This retake again, cut down by a player, and it's not blues for Liquid. It's full on Jazz right now. And this 3-on-2 ready to close the map. G2's pick, and they've got to pick it back up. This pace is slowing down. The bomb is ticking away, and Amanek in a 1-on-3 almost hits the collateral, but almost just won't cut it. It's Liquid. One shot away from it, 10 health for Amanek, and this is all done. This is all said, and there's nothing G2 can do. 16-11, and Liquid steal the map pick away. What a great game out of them. Fallen on the AWP, looking ferocious, and